Good morning students. In our last video lecture, we have discussed about the stone masonry, the type of stone masonry, that is ashlar masonry, and the various types of the ashlar masonry. As well, we have discussed about the important terms to be considered or the important points to be considered while doing the stone masonry. Now today we are going to learn about the expansion joints in the stone masonry. First of all, why the expansion joints are needed. So, when we construct any type of the structure, then on that structure, various types of the loads are acting, such as live load, dead load, wind load, snow load, etc. So, because of that loads, there may be some expansion and contractions of the material, or there may be some movements, vertical movements or horizontal movements are present in the construction or in the buildings. So because of that movements, there should not be any fall of the building. So for that purpose, for sustaining that vertical or horizontal movements, we are providing expansion joints in the masonry. The provision of horizontal and vertical expansion joints in the wall helps in reducing the cracks to the considerable extent. So, why these horizontal and vertical expansion joints are provided in the wall? So, when we are providing horizontal and vertical expansion joints in the wall, it will carry the vertical movements and the horizontal movements present into the wall. And for that purpose, if we not control or if we not provide the expansion joint into the masonry, it will go on the cracks to the considerable extent. So, to reduce these types of the cracks, we have to provide the expansion joints into the construction of the masonry. So, vertical movements are observed by the vertical expansion joints, whereas the horizontal movements are observed by vertical expansion joint. There is vice versa. So, whatever the vertical movements are there, those vertical movements are absorbed by the horizontal expansion joints, whereas the horizontal movements, those are absorbed by the vertical expansion joints. So, if the wall of the masonry is more than 15 meters, expansion joints are must. So, when the length of the wall or masonry it is greater than 15 meters, the expansion joints are compulsory into the construction of the masonry. The sealants in the expansion joints may be produced from natural or cellular rubber, bitumen, expanded plastics, coconut pith, etc. So, these are the some materials which are used as a expansion joints into the construction. Okay, so the importance of the construction joint is to reduce the cracks available into the building. Okay, expansion joints म्हणजे काय, तर ज्यावेळी आपण एखादी मॅसनरी वॉल कन्स्ट्रक्ट करतो, त्यावेळी मॅसनरी वॉल कन्स्ट्रक्ट करत असताना त्याच्यामध्ये काही होरिझॉन्टल मुवमेंट्स असतात, काही व्हर्टिकल मुवमेंट्स प्रेझेंट असतात ड्यू टू सम लोड्स ॲक्टिंग ऑन इट. सो हे जे काही व्हर्टिकल मुवमेंट्स आणि होरिझॉन्टल मुवमेंट्स आहेत, हे व्हर्टिकल आणि होरिझॉन्टल मुवमेंट्स यांना कंट्रोल करण्यासाठी किंवा यांना ॲब्सॉर्ब करण्यासाठी आपल्याला एक्सपान्शन जॉईंट्स हे प्रोव्हाइड करावे लागतात. एक्सपान्शन जॉईंट्स हे शॉर्टर लेंथला आपण प्रोव्हाइड करत नाही, पण ज्या ठिकाणी मॅसनरीची लेंथ ही 15 मीटरपेक्षा जास्त असते, अशा ठिकाणी कंपल्सरी एक्सपान्शन जॉईंट्स प्रोव्हाइड करणं गरजेचं असतं. सो ह्याच्यामध्ये आता जे काही आपण दोन टाईपचे एक्सपान्शन जॉईंट्स प्रोव्हाइड करू शकतो, एक होरिझॉन्टल एक्सपान्शन जॉईंट आणि दुसरा व्हर्टिकल एक्सपान्शन जॉईंट. होरिझॉन्टल एक्सपान्शन जॉईंटचं वर्क काय, तर ज्या काही व्हर्टिकल मुवमेंट्स आहेत, दॅट व्हर्टिकल मुवमेंट्स दीज आर ॲब्सॉर्ब्ड बाय द होरिझॉन्टल एक्सपान्शन जॉईंट, आणि ज्या होरिझॉन्टल मुवमेंट्स आहेत दोज आर ॲब्सॉर्ब्ड बाय द व्हर्टिकल एक्सपान्शन जॉईंट. सो the sealants म्हणजे whatever the material we are using into the expansion joint, that should be in the कॅपेबल, दॅट शुड बी कॅपेबल ऑफ ॲब्सॉर्बिंग दीज मुवमेंट्स. म्हणजे ते जे काही आपण मटेरियल वापरणार आहे ते कसं असावं, फ्लेक्झिबल असावं. कारण का, तर त्याला काय करायचे आहेत, मुवमेंट्स ॲब्झॉर्ब करायचे आहेत. मग असे मटेरियल्स कुठले, तर रबर, बिट्युमेन, एक्सपांडेड प्लास्टिक, कोकोनट पीथ. These are the some materials which are having the texture like they can contract and they can expand. So that's why these materials are used into the expansion joints. Okay, next. So this is one picture in which you can see the vertical expansion joint. So this is the vertical expansion joint provided in between these two masonry units. So this vertical expansion joint, it will absorb the horizontal movement present over this. Whenever the wind load or some earthquake waves are occurring, so at that time the building or the masonry, it will create some sort of the movements, and so to absorb this sort of the movements we have to provide this expansion joint. Okay, now the next point in this chapter, that is the mortar. So mortar means what? So when we are connecting two stones to each other, when we are laying the courses, then the filling material that we are using to fill the gap between the two stones, or to fix or to make the bonding of these stones to each other. आता जर आपण एकावर एक दगड रचत गेलो तर त्याच्यामध्ये काही बॉन्डिंग, काही स्ट्रेंथ असणार आहे का, नाहीये. जरा जरी आपण त्याला धक्का लावला तर ते पडू शकतं. So to make that strong, we have to place the mortar between the two stones. So what is the definition of mortar? It is a workable paste prepared by mixing a building material such as cement, lime, etc. The fine aggregates and the water is suitable proportion is called as a mortar. Means what? Mortar, it is workable paste. It is it is in the semi liquid state. It is the combination of materials like cement, lime, fine aggregate and water. These are the materials which are mixed into the proper proportion. Then it is known as a mortar. म्हणजे जसं आपण सिमेंट, सँड आणि वॉटर हे मिक्स करून, जसं आपण प्लास्टरिंगसाठी किंवा मॉर्टर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण यूज करतो ब्रिक वॉल कन्स्ट्रक्शनमध्ये किंवा स्टोन कन्स्ट्रक्शनमध्ये, तर it is the workable paste of the mixing or binding materials such as cement, lime, fine aggregate, water in a suitable proportion. It is known as a mortar. The types of the mortars are cement mortar, lime mortar आणि gauged mortar. आता cement mortar, lime mortar आणि gauged mortar म्हणजे काय? तर cement mortar, so it is the paste which is formed with the help of cement and water. It is the paste which is formed with the help of a cement and mortar in a proper proportion for fixing the stone masonry. It is known as a cement mortar. So in the cement mortar, the general proportion of the stone masonry are 1:2 to 1:8. म्हणजे 1 part of the cement and 2 to 8 part of the clean sand. म्हणजे सिमेंट आणि फाईन सँड प्लस वॉटर याची जी वर्केबल पेस्ट असते याला आपण काय म्हणतो, सिमेंट मॉर्टर. When that cement mortar it is prepared, the proportion it is from 1:2 to 1:8. That means 1 part of the cement in which 2 to 8 parts of the sand, those are included. Then second type of mortar, that is the lime mortar. So lime mortar, it is the paste prepared by mixing lime, sand or surki and water in the suitable proportions is called as a lime mortar. In the lime mortar, the general proportion for the stone masonry are 1:5 to 1:6. That is 1 part of the lime to 5 to 6 parts of the clean sand or the surki. So in the lime mortar, what we are doing? At the place of the cement, we are mixing lime into the mortar. So because of that, lime is also one natural material available which is having a binding properties. So in the lime mortar, we are using 1:5 to 1:6. That is one part of the lime and 5 to 6 parts of the clean sand. Now the third type of mortar, it is a gauged mortars. Gauged mortar, so it is the paste prepared by mixing cement with the lime mortar in the suitable proportion. In addition with the water, it is called as a gauged mortar or the lime cement mortar or the composite mortar. So gauged mortar, it is the type of the mortar in which we are using cement plus lime as a binding material. So this type of mortar, it is extensively used for bedding and jointing the rubble flint. In the gauge mortars, the usual proportion for the stone masonry is 1 part of the cement, 3 parts of the lime and 2 to 12 parts of the sand. So that the proportion, it is 1:3:2 or 1:3:12. Okay. So these are the three types of mortars which we are using for preparing our wall or for constructing the masonry. Okay, so mortar म्हणजे काय? It is the workable paste. कशाची workable paste? It is the paste of binding material. Binding material cement, lime, fine aggregate and water. या सगळ्यांचं proper proportion मध्ये mixing केल्यानंतर जी काही workable paste तयार होते, that workable paste it is known as a mortar. मॉर्टरचे किती 3 टाइप्स आहेत, सिमेंट मॉर्टर, लाइम मॉर्टर आणि गेज्ड मॉर्टर. सिमेंट मॉर्टर म्हणजे काय, ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण सिमेंट, फाईन सँड आणि वॉटर या तिघांचं मिक्सचर असतं, त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, सिमेंट मॉर्टर. सिमेंट मॉर्टरचं प्रपोर्शन काय आहे, 1:2 to 1:8. Then lime mortar, second type of the mortar, in which we are using lime, sand and water as the material for preparing the mortar. What is the proportion of the lime mortar? That is 1:5 to 1:6. आणि gauged mortar म्हणजे ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण सिमेंट, लाइम प्लस सँड या तिन्हीचा वापर करतो, that is the gauged mortar. Okay, so these are the some sort of the mortars which we are using into the masonry construction. Okay, now the next, these are the some tools and plants which are used into the stone masonry. So in the stone masonry, where there are lot of work which we have to do for dressing of the stone, then for preparing that stone masonry, we have to for mixing some material, for carrying some material, we need some tools and plants. Okay, so these are the some tools and plants which are used into the stone masonry. Some of these are familiar with you. Okay, next, that is the second type of the masonry, that is the brick masonry. So up to this, what we have seen, the stone masonry means what? There are two types of the stone masonry, rubble masonry and ashlar masonry. Sometimes some types of the rubble masonry and some types of the ashlar masonry. Okay, then what is the meaning of dressing of stone and some important terms which are used into the stone masonry. Okay, so now the next, that is the brick masonry. So laying of the bricks bonded together with the mortar is known as a brick masonry. Means what? In the similar manner, when we are preparing the stone masonry, in the place of stone we are using the bricks. So the laying of bricks bonded together with the mortar is known as a brick masonry. The strength of the brick masonry depends upon the bonding material and the method of bonding adopted. The mortar acts as a bonding material but also gives strength to the masonry. Okay. Oh, so in this brick masonry also we are using the mortar. So in this brick masonry, mortar plays an important role because it gives strength to the masonry. So it will act as a bonding material as well as it will give the strength to the masonry. So it is the important part in the construction of the brick masonry. So mortar is the mixture of cement, sand or lime, and the sand or the mixture of sand, cement and lime. So mortar generally it is the paste which is formed with the help of some binding materials which are having the strength in the proper proportion. As the strength is the more importance, cement mortar is used. So, in the brick masonry, as I earlier told, that the bonding material or to the masonry, the mortar gives the strength. So, because of that, cement mortar it is generally preferred in the case of a brick masonry. सो दुसरा टाइप आहे मॅसनरीचा, दॅट इज द ब्रिक मॅसनरी. ओके, आतापर्यंत आपण बघितलं स्टोन मॅसनरी. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण काय करतो, तो स्टोन्स, दीज स्टोन्स आर बाइंडेड टुगेदर with the help of a mortar. In this we are binding together the bricks with the help of mortar. So brick masonry ची strength ही कशावर डिपेंडेंट आहे, तर ज्या टाईपचं बॉन्डिंग मटेरियल आपण यूज करतो, ज्या टाईपचं मॉर्टर आपण यूज करतो त्याच्यावरती त्याची बॉन्डिंग स्ट्रेंथ किंवा ब्रिक मॅसनरीची स्ट्रेंथ डिपेंडंट आहे. सो बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट पर्पज whatever the binding material we are using into the masonry, it should be strong enough to carry the loads coming on it. So generally in the case of the brick masonry we are using cement mortar because it is having the highest strength to carry the loads. Now next part, that is the types of the bricks. Generally, we are using the bricks are classified under two groups. First, that is the modular bricks or the standard bricks, and second, that is the traditional bricks or conventional bricks. Okay, so these are the two types of the bricks which are generally used into the construction work. Modular bricks or the standard bricks, and second, traditional or the conventional bricks. Generally, in our area, whatever the bricks are casted, those are the traditional or the conventional bricks. The dimensions of these conventional bricks vary from 21 to 25 centimeters in length, 10 to 13 centimeter in width, and 7.5 to 13 centimeter in height in the different parts of the country. सो हे जे काही मॉड्युलर ब्रिक्स किंवा कन्व्हेन्शनल ब्रिक्स प्रिपेअर केले जातात, तर त्यावेळी प्रत्येक फॅक्टरीमध्ये वेगवेगळे मोल्ड्स अवेलेबल असल्यामुळं हे जे काही कन्व्हेन्शनल ब्रिक्स आहेत यांची लेंथ, यांची विड्थ आणि यांची हाईट काय होते, व्हॅरी होते फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस इन टू द कंट्री. ही जनरली किती असते, तर लेंथमध्ये ते 21 to 25 सेंटीमीटर्स असतात, विड्थमध्ये 10 to 13 सेंटीमीटर आणि हाईटला 7.5 to 13 सेंटीमीटर. ओके, the commonly adopted size of the brick is 23 by 11.4 by 7.5 centimeter. So generally these types of conventional bricks are used into the construction. So it is having length of 23 centimeter, having width of 11.4 centimeter and height of 7.5 centimeter. The different parts of the country having different sizes are used. Therefore, to have some uniform size throughout the country, the Indian Standard Institution has suggested a uniform brick size known as a modular brick. So, these sizes of the brick vary from place to place. So to have the uniform size throughout the country, the Indian Standard Institution has suggested a uniform brick, and that is known as a standard brick or the modular brick. So the nominal size of the modular brick is 20:10:10, and the actual size is 19 centimeter by 9 centimeter by 9. So it is in the length 19 centimeter, width 9 centimeter and height of 9 centimeter. Okay, so these are the two types of bricks we are using into the construction purpose. So these are two pictures of two types of the bricks. First one, that is the conventional brick having size of 23 by 11.4 by 7.6 centimeter, and the standard brick it is of 19 by 9 by 9 centimeter. So in this you can see length of this brick it is 23 centimeters, height of the brick it is 7.6 and width of the brick it is 11.4. Along the brick it is provided along with the frog. So we will see this frog later. In this you can see the standard brick of size 19 centimeter length, then 9 centimeter height and 9 centimeter width. So these two types of the bricks are used into the construction. Okay. So today we will stop over here. So in the today's lecture we have discussed about the brick masonry, what are the types of mortars used into the masonry, and the two types of the bricks present into the country. Okay, so today we will stop over here. Thank you.